Meaning is something we invent, not discover, not find, not receive from the universe. Invent, make up, create from nothing. And once you really see it, everything changes, because you stop searching for meaning like it's hidden somewhere. Stop waiting for it to reveal itself. Stop thinking the universe has answers it's withholding. The universe isn't withholding anything, it's just silent. Not silent because it's testing you, not silent because the meaning is too profound to speak. Silent because there's nothing to say. No cosmic purpose, no predetermined significance, no objective meaning, just matter doing what matter does. And you, conscious, unable to accept that. So you invent, you create stories, build narratives, construct purposes, make meaning where there is none. And that's not weakness, that's what being human is. You're a meaning-making machine in a meaningless universe, and the meaning you make works, actually works, even though you made it up. If you're tired of people telling you to find your purpose, when purpose isn't something you find, subscribe to Raw Existence right now. We don't tell you what you want to hear, we tell you what's true. Like this video, if you've ever realized you were looking for something that was never there. Comment below and tell me what meaning you've invented for yourself. Let's talk about being the authors of our own significance. The universe isn't hiding meaning from you, isn't keeping it secret until you're ready, isn't waiting for you to be worthy or enlightened or wise enough to receive it. The universe isn't hiding anything, because there's nothing to hide, no cosmic purpose tucked away, no predetermined plan, no objective significance, just silence, complete silence, not the silence of something waiting to speak, the silence of nothing to say, the silence of indifference, the silence of matter moving according to physics without caring what it means. And you keep searching, keep looking for the meaning you're sure must be there. Keep thinking if you just look harder, think deeper, pray longer, meditate more, the universe will finally tell you what it all means, what you're supposed to do, why you're here, what your purpose is, and you search and search and search and find nothing, not because you're searching wrong, because there's nothing there to find. The universe doesn't have answers, doesn't have a plan for you, doesn't care what you do with your life, doesn't even know you exist, just does what it does, moves matter, follows physics, continues being universe, without meaning, without purpose, without giving a single thought to what any of it signifies. And that searching, that waiting for revelation, that expecting the universe to finally explain itself, that's time wasted. Energy spent looking for something that was never there. Like searching for instructions that were never written, like waiting for a letter that was never sent, like expecting an answer from someone who never heard the question. The universe isn't playing hide and seek with meaning, isn't testing your dedication by making it hard to find, just doesn't have it. Never had it, never will have it, because meaning isn't a feature of the universe. Meaning is something humans make. I'm watching the field behind my house right now, and the field isn't wondering what it means, isn't searching for purpose, isn't waiting for the universe to explain why it's a field and what that signifies. Just is field. Just exists, just continues being field without needing it to mean anything, because the field doesn't make meaning, doesn't construct narratives, doesn't build stories about itself, just exists, and existence is enough for field, not because field found meaning, because field doesn't need meaning, doesn't have consciousness that demands explanation. Doesn't have the human problem of needing things to signify something beyond what they are. But you're not field, you're human, and human means conscious, and consciousness means you can't just exist without asking why, can't just be without needing it to mean something, can't accept that things just are without building stories about what they are for. So you search, you look for meaning the universe will give you, you wait for purpose to reveal itself, you expect significance to appear, and it doesn't. because it's not there, because you have to make it, have to invent it, have to create the meaning you're searching for, because searching for it like it's hidden is searching for something that doesn't exist outside your making it exist. Have you felt it? The silence when you ask the universe for meaning, the emptiness when you waited for purpose to reveal itself, the nothing when you searched for cosmic significance. Have you realized yet that the silence isn't temporary? That the emptiness isn't a test? That the nothing is all there is until you make something? Here's the problem. You can't accept meaninglessness. Can't live in a universe without purpose. Can't exist without thinking existence means something. You need meaning. Desperately, not because you're weak, because you're conscious, and consciousness creates the gap between what is and what it means. And that gap needs filling, needs stories, needs narratives, needs purposes and significances and reasons why, needs meaning. Even if you have to make it up, most animals don't have this problem, don't need existence to mean anything, just exist. Just do what they do, just be what they are, without asking why, without needing it to signify something, without constructing narratives about purpose and destiny and cosmic plan, just living, without the burden of needing living to mean something beyond living. But you can't do that. Can't just exist without existential commentary, can't just be without building stories about being. Can't accept that life is just biological process without higher significance. Need it to mean something. Need it to be for something. Need it to signify something beyond mere existing. And this need, this inability to accept meaninglessness, this desperate hunger for significance, that's what makes you human. That's consciousness doing what consciousness does. Creating distance between self and experience. Creating the ability to ask why, creating the need for things to mean more than they are. And once you can ask why, you can't stop asking, can't go back to just existing without needing existence to be significant, can't return to the simplicity of being without the complexity of meaning, can't unknow that you're conscious and consciousness demands explanation. So you invent. You create meaning because you can't live without it. You build purposes because purposelessness is unbearable. You construct significances because random existence feels empty. Not because the meaning you create is true, because you need meaning to be there. Need purpose to guide you. Need significance to make existence feel worth existing. And need is enough. Need creates. Need invents. Need makes meaning out of meaninglessness, because meaninglessness is something consciousness can't accept. I knew someone who lost their religion. Lost the meaning structure that explained everything. Lost the purpose that made sense of suffering. Lost the narrative that said why things happened and what it all meant. And they couldn't handle it. Couldn't live in the meaninglessness that remained after the religious meaning dissolved, couldn't accept that things just happen without reason, that suffering isn't for something, that life doesn't mean what they were told it meant, so they found new meaning, different meaning, non-religious meaning, but meaning nonetheless, because they needed it, because consciousness can't function without it, because humans invent meaning when the meaning they were given stops working. That's what we do. That's what we have to do. We can't accept the universe as it is, which is meaningless matter moving without purpose. So we layer meaning over it, build stories about it, construct narratives that make it feel like it means something. Not because we're discovering meaning that was hidden, because we're creating meaning that wasn't there. Creating it because we need it, because consciousness demands it, because living in acknowledged meaninglessness is something most humans can't sustain. And maybe that's okay. Maybe needing to invent meaning isn't weakness. Maybe it's just what being conscious requires. Maybe consciousness and meaning-making are inseparable. Maybe you can't have awareness without the need for significance. Maybe the price of consciousness is the inability to accept that nothing means anything. Maybe inventing meaning is what separates you from the grass and the wind and the field that just exist without needing existence to signify something. Can you accept it? Can you accept that you need meaning, even though meaning isn't real? Can you accept that you're going to invent significance because you can't live without it? Can you see that the need itself is what makes you create? Or are you still pretending you're discovering meaning instead of making it up? So we invent. We make up stories about why we're here. We create purposes for our lives. We construct significance for our experiences. We build narratives that make random events feel meaningful. We invent religions that explain suffering. We create philosophies that justify existence. We construct meanings that make mortality bearable. All of it invented. All of it made up. All of it created by humans, needing the universe to mean more than it does. Every religion you've ever heard of, someone invented it, made up the stories, created the rules, constructed the meaning structure, not because they discovered cosmic truth, because they needed cosmic truth to exist. So they made it exist, built elaborate systems of meaning, created gods and purposes and afterlives and moral laws, invented significance for suffering, made death mean something, gave life purpose. All invented, all constructed, all made up by humans who couldn't accept that the universe doesn't care, and nothing means anything without us making it mean something. Every purpose you've been told about, someone created it. Family, career, legacy, service, achievement, contribution, all invented purposes, all made up reasons to keep going, all constructed significances that make daily existence feel worth it. Not because these purposes are objectively real, because humans need purposes to be real, need reasons to continue, need meanings that make effort feel justified. So we invent them, we make them up, we create purposes where there are none, and then we live as if the purposes we created are purposes we discovered, as if they were there all along, as if we found them instead of made them. Every significance you've attached to events, you constructed it. Birth means new beginning. Death means tragedy or release. Success means validation. Failure means lesson. Suffering means growth. Joy means blessing. All meanings you put there. All significance you created. All narratives you built around things that just happened without inherent meaning. Events occur. Matter moves. Things happen without meaning anything, and you can't accept that, so you make them mean something. You invent significance, you create narratives, you build stories that transform random occurrence into meaningful event, and then you forget you invented it. You treat your invented meaning as discovered truth. You act like the significance was there all along, instead of something you put there because you needed it there. I'm watching clouds move right now, and clouds move without meaning anything. Wind pushes them, physics moves them. They drift across sky because that's what clouds do. No purpose, no significance, no cosmic reason. Just clouds being clouds. Just matter doing what matter does. And clouds don't need it to mean anything. Don't need purpose for moving. Don't need significance for existing. Just move. Just exist. Just are. Without the burden of having to signify something beyond being clouds. But you can't be like clouds, can't just exist without existential significance, can't just experience without making experience mean something, can't watch your life unfold without building narratives about what it means. So you invent, you create, you make up stories and purposes and significances. You turn raw existence into meaningful narrative. You transform mere happening into significant event. You build meaning where there is none, not because you're dishonest, because you're conscious, and consciousness can't experience without interpretation, can't exist without explanation, can't be without meaning-making, and all of it invented. Every story about why things happen, every purpose for existing, every significance attached to experience, all made up. All constructed, all created by humans needing the universe to be more than matter moving without reason. And we forget we invented it. We teach our inventions to children as discoveries. We treat our made-up meanings as eternal truths. We act like the stories we created are stories we found. We pretend the purposes we invented are purposes that exist objectively. We behave as if the significance we constructed is significance that was always there, when actually we made it all up, every bit of it, invented it because we needed it, created it because we couldn't live without it. Can you see it? Can you see that every meaning you've been given, someone made up? Can you see that every purpose you've been told about, someone invented? Can you see that significance isn't discovered, it's constructed? Or are you still treating your invented meanings as revealed truths? Here's what's important. Just because you invented it doesn't make it fake. Just because meaning is constructed doesn't mean it doesn't work. Just because you made it up doesn't mean it's not real in the sense that matters. Your invented meaning functions, actually functions, does what meaning is supposed to do, gives direction, provides purpose, makes existence feel significant, and it works even though you know you invented it, even though you're aware it's constructed, even though you see clearly that you made it up. This confuses people. They think if meaning is invented, then it must be false, must be illusion, must be something to discard once you see through it. But that's not how it works. Invented doesn't mean useless. Constructed doesn't mean ineffective. Made up doesn't mean doesn't function. Money is invented, completely made up. We all agree these pieces of paper or digital numbers mean something, and suddenly they do. They work, actually work, move economies, build civilizations, change lives. Even though everyone knows we made it up, even though it's obviously constructed, even though the value is entirely invented, it still works, still functions, still does what it's supposed to do. Same with meaning. You can invent purpose for your life, and that purpose works, guides your decisions, gives direction, makes choices easier, provides framework for living. And it works even though you invented it, even though you're aware it's not cosmically mandated. Even though you know the universe didn't give it to you, you made it, and it works anyway, because invented meaning that you commit to functions just as well as meaning you think you discovered. Maybe better, because you made it, because it's yours, because you can change it if it stops working. Language is invented, completely made up. We created words, assigned meanings, built grammar, constructed entire systems of communication from nothing. And it works, actually works. Let us share thoughts, build knowledge, create culture, all from invented symbols and invented rules and invented meanings. And nobody thinks language is fake because it's invented. Nobody dismisses words because we made them up. We use them. We trust them. We build entire civilizations on invented communication systems. And they work. Because invention that serves function is real in the way that matters. I'm sitting on this porch, and this porch is constructed. Someone built it, designed it, made it from pieces of wood, invented the form, created the structure. It's completely made by humans, not natural, not discovered, built, invented, constructed. And it works, actually works, provides place to sit, gives shelter from rain, creates space for watching field, functions perfectly, and nobody says the porch is fake because it's constructed. Nobody dismisses it because humans invented it. It's made up and it works. That's enough. Same with your meaning. You make it up. You invent purpose. You construct significance, and it works, gives your life direction, makes experiences feel meaningful, provides framework for deciding what matters. Functions as meaning should function, and the fact that you invented it doesn't make it not work, doesn't make it illusion, doesn't make it something to discard, just makes it yours, just makes it created, not discovered, just makes it something you built instead of something you found. And built meaning works. Constructed purpose functions. Invented significance does what significance is supposed to do. The mistake is thinking meaning has to be discovered to be real, has to come from outside to be valid, has to be given by universe to be true. But that's not how meaning works. Meaning works by functioning, by giving direction, by making existence feel significant, and invented meaning does that. Does it just as well as meaning you think you found? Maybe better. Because you can adjust it, can change it, can rebuild it when it stops working, can make it fit you instead of trying to fit yourself into meaning someone else invented and told you to discover. Can you accept it? Can you accept that your invented meaning is real enough? Can you accept that constructed purpose works? Can you accept that made-up significance still functions? Or do you need to pretend you discovered it to let it work? All meaning is constructed, all of it, every religion, every philosophy, every purpose, every significance, every narrative about why things happen or what it all means, all invented by humans, all made up, all constructed. There's no meaning that wasn't created by consciousness trying to make sense of matter moving without inherent sense. No discovered meaning, no revealed meaning, no objective meaning, just constructed meaning, just invented meaning, just made up meaning that works because we commit to it, not because it was there before we made it. Religion didn't discover God. Religion invented God, created the concept, built the narratives, constructed the meaning systems, made up the rules and purposes and cosmic plans. Not because they found truth, because they needed truth to exist, so they made it exist, built elaborate structures of meaning, created explanations for suffering, invented purposes for living, constructed significances for dying, all made up, all invented. All constructed by humans who couldn't accept that the universe doesn't have answers, so they created answers and then taught those created answers as discovered truths. Philosophy didn't discover meaning. Philosophy invented meaning, created frameworks for understanding existence, built systems for making sense of being, constructed purposes and values and significances, made up reasons why existence might be worth existing, invented meanings that make mortality bearable, created narratives that transform random universe into comprehensible reality, all constructed, all made up, all invented by humans trying to make meaningless existence feel meaningful. And the philosophies work. They actually work, give direction, provide framework, make decisions easier, but they work because they're well-constructed inventions, not because they discovered cosmic truth. Your personal meaning didn't exist before you created it, wasn't waiting for you to find it, wasn't hidden somewhere for you to discover. You made it up. You invented your purpose. You constructed your significance. You built your narrative about what your life means. Maybe you based it on religious meaning someone else invented. Maybe you built it from philosophical meaning someone else constructed. Maybe you made it from scratch. But however you made it, you made it. It didn't exist until you created it. And now that you created it, it works. Functions, gives direction, makes existence feel significant because you built it, because you made it, because you invented meaning that serves your need for meaning. I'm watching grass grow right now, and grass doesn't construct meaning about growing, doesn't invent purpose for existing, doesn't create significance for being grass, just grows, just exists, just is, without narrative, without meaning-making, without constructed significance, because grass doesn't have consciousness that demands explanation, doesn't have the human need to make things mean something, just exists in pure meaninglessness, and meaninglessness is fine for grass, is enough for grass, is what grass is, just being, just existing, just continuing, without the burden of having to mean something. But you have the burden, have consciousness, have the need to make things mean something. So you construct, you invent, you create meaning because you can't exist without it. You build purposes because purposelessness is unbearable. You make up significances because you need significance to function. And all the meaning you create, you created it, didn't discover it, didn't find it, didn't receive it from universe, made it, invented it, constructed it from nothing. Because nothing became something when you made it something, because meaning doesn't exist until consciousness creates it. Because all meaning everywhere always has been and always will be constructed by consciousness, unable to accept that nothing means anything without consciousness making it mean something. And that's not depressing. That's liberating. Because if all meaning is constructed, then your constructed meaning is as valid as anyone else's constructed meaning. If all purpose is invented, then your invented purpose works just as well as any other invented purpose. If all significance is made up, then your made-up significance functions just as effectively as anyone else's made-up significance. All invented, all constructed, all made up. So make up meaning that works for you. Construct purpose that serves you. Invent significance that makes your existence feel worth existing because it's all invented anyway. Might as well invent meaning you actually want instead of accepting invented meaning someone else made for you. Can you see it? Can you see that all meaning is constructed? Can you accept that discovered meaning is just constructed meaning you didn't realize was constructed? Can you understand that revealed meaning is just invented meaning dressed up as divine? Or are you still clinging to the idea that some meaning is real and some meaning is fake, when actually all meaning is made up and the only question is whether it works? Accepting that meaning is invented liberates you, completely liberates you. Because once you see that all meaning is made up, you stop searching for the right meaning, stop waiting for the true meaning to reveal itself. Stop thinking there's a correct meaning you're supposed to find. You see clearly that meaning isn't found, it's made. And if it's made, then you can make it. Make meaning that works for you. Make purpose that fits your life. Make significance that serves your needs. Make it up. Make it from nothing. Make it however you want. Because it's all made up anyway. People spend entire lives searching for their purpose, searching like purpose is hidden somewhere. Like the universe tucked it away, and they just have to find where. And they search and search and search. Try different things, ask for signs, wait for revelation, expect purpose to announce itself, to become clear, to reveal itself as the one true purpose they're supposed to live for. And they never find it, not because they're searching wrong. Because they're searching for something that doesn't exist until they make it exist. Purpose isn't discovered. Purpose is invented. And all that time spent searching for purpose could be spent making purpose, creating it, building it, inventing it from scratch. Once you accept meaning is invented, you stop asking what your life means and start deciding what you want it to mean. Stop waiting for purpose to appear and start creating purpose that serves you. Stop searching for significance and start building significance that makes existence feel worth it. You shift from finder to maker, from discoverer to inventor, from searcher to creator. And that shift is liberation, is freedom, is taking control of your own meaning instead of waiting for meaning to take control of you. And you can change it, can adjust it, can rebuild it when it stops working, can make new meaning when old meaning becomes meaningless, can invent different purpose when current purpose stops serving you, because you made it, because it's yours, because constructed meaning can be deconstructed and reconstructed, can be modified, can be completely replaced. You're not stuck with meaning you invented. You're free to invent new meaning, free to make it up differently, free to construct purpose that fits who you are now instead of who you were when you made the old purpose. I'm watching the field change through seasons right now. And the field doesn't have fixed meaning it constructed years ago that it's stuck with forever. Field just is, just exists, just continues being field through all changes, without needing to invent meaning that stays consistent, without building purpose that remains constant, just being, just existing, just continuing, without the human problem of needing constructed meaning to stay stable while you change. Field changes without constructed meaning to maintain, changes freely, changes completely, changes without having to rebuild narrative about what it means to be field. But you have constructed meaning, have invented purpose, have built significance, and you can change it. Can make new meaning when old meaning stops working, can invent different purpose when current purpose stops serving, can construct new significance when old significance becomes empty. You're not trapped by meaning you created, you're freed by knowing you created it. Freed to create differently, freed to make it up again. Freed to invent meaning that works for who you are now, instead of being stuck with meaning you invented for who you were then. And accepting invention liberates you from other people's invented meanings, from religious meanings that don't work for you, from cultural purposes that don't fit you, from societal significances that feel empty. You see clearly that those are invented meanings too, just invented by someone else. And if they're invented, you don't have to accept them, don't have to live by them, don't have to pretend they're true when they don't work for you. Can reject them, can make your own, can invent meaning that actually serves you instead of accepting invented meaning that serves the system that invented it. Liberation is seeing that all meaning is made up so you can make up meaning that works. All purpose is invented so you can invent purpose that serves you. All significance is constructed so you can construct significance that makes your life feel worth living. Stop searching, start making, stop discovering, start inventing, stop finding, start creating. The meaning you make works, the purpose you invent functions, the significance you construct does what significance is supposed to do, and it does it better than meaning you're still waiting to find, because you made it, for you to work, for your life, as it actually is. Can you accept it? Can you accept that you're free to make up meaning? Can you accept that your invented purpose is as valid as any discovered purpose? Can you see that accepting invention liberates you from searching and lets you create? Or are you still waiting for meaning to find you instead of making meaning yourself? Your invented meaning is as valid as anyone else's invented meaning, as valid as any religious meaning, as valid as any philosophical meaning, as valid as any cultural meaning, as valid as any traditional meaning, because they're all invented. All of them, all made up, all constructed by humans needing meaning to exist, and your made-up meaning works just as well as their made-up meaning, functions just as effectively, provides direction just as clearly, makes existence feel significant just as powerfully, because invented meaning that you commit to works, regardless of who invented it, regardless of how many people believe it. Regardless of how old it is, or how elaborate, or how widely accepted, religion claims its meaning is revealed, comes from God, comes from divine source, comes from cosmic truth, but it's invented, made up by humans, constructed over centuries, built by people needing meaning and creating meaning and teaching that created meaning as divine revelation. And it works for people who commit to it, for people who live by it, for people who accept it as their meaning. It provides direction, gives purpose, makes suffering bearable, makes mortality meaningful, functions as meaning should function, not because it's divinely revealed, because it's well-constructed invention that people commit to. Your personal invented meaning works the same way. You make it up, you construct it, you build it from your needs and values and experiences, and you commit to it. And committing to it makes it work, makes it function, makes it provide direction and purpose and significance. Just like religious meaning works when religious people commit to it. Just like philosophical meaning works when philosophers commit to it. Just like cultural meaning works when cultures commit to it. The mechanism is the same. Invented meaning committed to functions, provides what meaning is supposed to provide, does what meaning is supposed to do, and your meaning doesn't need to be believed by millions to be valid. doesn't need to be thousands of years old to work, doesn't need to be written in holy books to function, doesn't need to be taught in universities to be real, just needs to be committed to by you, just needs to serve your needs, just needs to make your existence feel meaningful. And if it does that, it works. It's valid, it's real in the sense that matters, which is the sense of functioning, of providing direction, of making life feel worth living. That's all meaning has to do. And your invented meaning does that just as well as any other invented meaning, because validity isn't about truth. Validity is about function. An invented meaning that functions is valid meaning. I knew someone who made up their own religion, completely from scratch, created their own god, invented their own rituals, constructed their own meaning system, and people mocked them, called it fake, called it made up, called it not real religion. And technically they were right. It was made up, completely invented. But here's what those mockers didn't understand. All religion is made up. All religion is invented. All religion is constructed. The only difference is this person invented theirs recently and consciously, while traditional religions were invented long ago and unconsciously. But invented is invented. Made up is made up, constructed is constructed, and this person's invented religion worked for them, gave meaning, provided purpose, made existence feel significant, functioned exactly as religion should function, which made it just as valid as any other invented religion, just newer, just more obviously constructed, but no less real in the sense of working. That's what people don't understand. They think old invented meaning is more valid than new invented meaning. Think widely believed invented meaning is more real than personally believed invented meaning. Think elaborate invented meaning is more true than simple invented meaning. But validity isn't about age or popularity or complexity. Validity is about function. Does it work? Does it provide meaning? Does it give direction? Does it make existence feel significant? If yes, it's valid. If no, it's not. And your personally invented meaning can work just as well as any collectively invented meaning, can function just as effectively, can be just as valid, because validity is function, and function is commitment. And you can commit to meaning you invented just as deeply as you can commit to meaning someone else invented and told you to discover. Your made-up purpose is real purpose if it gives you direction. Your constructed significance is real significance if it makes experiences feel meaningful. Your invented narrative is real narrative if it helps you make sense of existence. Real doesn't mean objectively true. Real means functionally effective. And your inventions can be just as functionally effective as anyone else's inventions, can work just as well, can be just as valid, because they're all inventions, all constructions, all made up, and what matters isn't who made it up or when or why. What matters is, does it work? And your inventions can work, do work, are as valid as any other human invention for making meaningless existence feel meaningful. Can you accept it? Can you accept that your invented meaning is valid? Can you see that your constructed purpose works just as well as any discovered purpose? Can you understand that your made-up significance is as real as any revealed significance? Or do you still think your inventions are less valid than other people's inventions just because you know you invented them? The cosmos doesn't care what meaning you invent, doesn't care what purpose you create, doesn't care what significance you construct. Doesn't care if you invent elaborate meaning or simple meaning, old meaning or new meaning, personal meaning or shared meaning. Doesn't care at all, because the cosmos doesn't care about anything, isn't conscious, isn't aware, isn't paying attention, just is, just exists, just continues being cosmos without caring what conscious beings make up to make existing feel meaningful. And that's liberating, that indifference, that complete lack of cosmic investment in your invented meaning. Because it means you can invent whatever meaning you want, make up any purpose, construct any significance, create any narrative. And the cosmos won't judge, won't approve or disapprove, won't validate or invalidate, won't care at all, will just continue being indifferent cosmos while you make up meaning in it. Which means you're free to invent meaning without cosmic consequences, free to make purpose without universal validation, free to construct significance without divine approval, just free to make it up however you want. Whatever works, whatever makes existence bearable. People want cosmic validation for their meaning, want the universe to confirm they invented the right meaning, want divine approval for the purpose they created, want cosmic significance for the significance they constructed, want external validation for internal invention. And they never get it, because the cosmos doesn't validate, doesn't confirm, doesn't approve, doesn't care, just exists. Indifferently, without opinion about your invented meanings, without judgment about your constructed purposes, without care about your made-up significances, just silent, just indifferent, just continuing to be meaningless matter while you layer meaning over it. And you can accept that indifference or fight it. You can make peace with cosmic silence or demand cosmic response. You can invent meaning knowing the cosmos doesn't care, or wait forever for cosmic validation that will never come. The cosmos isn't going to confirm your meaning is correct, because there is no correct. The cosmos isn't going to approve your purpose, because the cosmos doesn't approve anything. The cosmos isn't going to validate your significance, because the cosmos doesn't validate, just exists. Just is, just continues without caring what you make up to make it feel like it cares. I'm watching stars right now, and stars don't care that I'm watching. Don't care that humans look at them and invent meanings. Don't care that we make up constellations and astrological significance and cosmic purposes. Don't care that we construct narratives about what stars mean and what they say about us and what significance they hold. Stars just are, just exist. Just burn and shine and eventually die, without caring what meanings we project onto them, without validating our invented significances, without confirming our constructed narratives, just being stars, indifferent to human meaning-making, continuing regardless of what we make up about them. And that indifference is freedom, because if stars don't care what meaning we invent about them, then we can invent any meaning. If the cosmos doesn't validate our purposes, then any purpose we create works as well as any other. If the universe doesn't care what significance we construct, then we're free to construct whatever significance serves us. The indifference isn't rejection, isn't the cosmos saying your meaning is wrong, isn't the universe disapproving your purpose. Just indifference, just lack of cosmic care, just silence from matter that doesn't have opinions about what conscious beings make up to make existence feel meaningful. And you can make up anything, can invent wild meanings, can create strange purposes, can construct unusual significances, and the cosmos won't stop you, won't judge you, won't care at all. Will just continue being indifferent cosmos while you build whatever meaning structures you need to build, to make existence feel worth existing. That's freedom. That's liberation. That's permission to make it all up without cosmic consequences. Just make it up. Make up meaning that works. Create purpose that serves you. Construct significance that makes life feel meaningful. The cosmos doesn't care, which means you're free to invent whatever you need to invent. And the cosmos won't punish you for inventing wrong meaning, because there is no wrong meaning. The cosmos won't reward you for inventing right meaning, because there is no right meaning. Just invented meaning, just made-up purpose, just constructed significance, all equally indifferent to cosmic indifference, all equally valid in universe that doesn't validate, all equally real in reality that doesn't care what humans make real through invention and commitment. Can you accept it? Can you accept that the cosmos doesn't care what meaning you invent? Can you accept that cosmic indifference is freedom, not rejection? Can you see that lack of validation means you can invent without restriction? Or do you still need cosmic approval for your invented meaning, even though cosmic approval is something the cosmos can't give? Inventing meaning is being human. It's what humans do, what consciousness does, what being aware of existence requires. You can't be human without making meaning. Can't have consciousness without constructing significance. Can't be aware of existing without building narratives about what existing means. Meaning-making is human, is essential human, is what separates you from field and grass and wind that just exist without needing existence to mean something. You invent meaning, you make up purpose, you construct significance, not because you're confused, because you're human. Because that's what human consciousness does. Every human culture ever has invented meaning, every single one. Created religions, built philosophies, constructed value systems, made up purposes for living, invented significances for dying, built elaborate narratives about what it all means, not because some cultures discovered truth and others didn't, because all cultures are made of conscious humans who can't exist without meaning, so all cultures invent meaning, create it, construct it, build it from nothing. From the human need to make meaningless existence feel meaningful, from consciousness unable to accept that nothing means anything without consciousness making it mean something, and cultures that stop inventing meaning die. Stop functioning, fall apart, because humans can't live without meaning, can't organize society without shared purposes, can't maintain civilization without constructed significances, need meaning to cooperate, need purpose to build, need significance to care about anything beyond immediate survival. So cultures that lose meaning either invent new meaning or collapse, either create new narratives or disintegrate, either make up new purposes or cease functioning. Because meaning is necessary, not because it's true, because consciousness requires it. Because humans can't exist socially without invented meanings they share and commit to collectively. You personally can't stop inventing meaning either. Can't turn off meaning-making. Can't stop constructing significance. Can't exist without narratives about what your existence means. Even if you try. Even if you commit to meaninglessness philosophically. Even if you accept intellectually that nothing means anything, you'll still catch yourself making meaning, constructing purposes, building significances, creating narratives about why you do what you do and what it all means, because you can't help it. Because consciousness makes meaning automatically. Because being human is being unable to experience without interpretation, unable to exist without explanation, unable to be without meaning-making. I'm sitting on this porch, same porch, and I notice I've invented meaning for sitting here, made up purpose for watching field, constructed significance for this daily practice, not because sitting on porch inherently means anything, because I can't sit without making it mean something, can't watch field without constructing purpose for watching, can't continue doing it without inventing significance that makes it feel worth doing. I've made up meaning, created narrative, built purpose, and the meaning works. Makes sitting here feel significant, makes watching field feel purposeful, makes continuing feel meaningful, all invented, all constructed, all made up by consciousness that can't experience porch sitting without porch sitting meaning something. That's human. That's what you do. That's what you'll always do. You'll invent meaning for everything, make up purposes for actions, construct significances for experiences, build narratives that make random events feel meaningful. You can't stop, can't turn it off, can't experience without meaning-making happening automatically because you're human, because consciousness means meaning-maker, because being aware of existence means making existence mean something. It's not choice, it's structure. It's what being conscious is. Making meaning, constantly, automatically, necessarily. And that's okay. That's not failure. That's not weakness. That's not confusion. That's human. That's consciousness functioning as consciousness functions. That's you being what you are, which is meaning-making, being in meaningless universe. You invent meaning because you're human. Because humans invent meaning. Because that's what consciousness does in cosmos that doesn't provide meaning. Makes it. Creates it. Constructs it from nothing, from need, from the gap between awareness and indifference, from consciousness facing meaninglessness and making meaning anyway. You are meaning maker, not meaning finder, not meaning discoverer, maker, creator, inventor. That's what you are. That's what being human is, making meaning in meaningless universe, constructing purpose in purposeless existence, building significance in indifferent cosmos. Not because the meaning you make is true, because making meaning is what humans do, what consciousness requires, what being aware of existing demands. You make it up, all of it, all the time, forever, until you die, because you're human. And human means meaning maker, means significance constructor, means narrative builder in reality that doesn't provide narratives. Can you accept it? Can you accept that you're meaning maker, not meaning finder? Can you accept that inventing meaning is what being human is? Can you see that you'll keep making meaning whether you want to or not, because that's what consciousness does? Or are you still trying to stop inventing and start discovering when actually all discovering is just inventing you're not aware you're doing? Stop searching for meaning. Stop looking for purpose. Stop waiting for significance to reveal itself. Stop expecting the universe to tell you what it all means. Stop trying to discover what's already there, because it's not already there. It was never there. It's not hiding. It's not waiting. It's not going to appear, because meaning doesn't exist until you make it exist. Purpose doesn't exist until you create it. Significance doesn't exist until you construct it. So stop searching. Start making. Stop discovering. Start inventing. Stop finding. Start creating. Make it up. Make it from nothing. Make meaning that works for you. All that time spent searching, wasted. All that energy spent waiting, lost. All that effort spent trying to find meaning that exists independently of you making it, pointless, because you were searching for something that doesn't exist outside your creating it, looking for purpose that isn't there until you invent it, waiting for significance that won't appear until you construct it. Searching for meaning is searching for something that you have to make. So stop searching. Start making. The meaning you make works better than the meaning you'll never find. The purpose you create serves you better than the purpose you're waiting to discover. The significance you construct functions better than the significance you expect to reveal itself. And making meaning is easier than searching for meaning. Because searching never ends, never reaches conclusion, never finds what it's looking for, because what it's looking for doesn't exist to be found. But making has endpoint, has product, has result. You make meaning. Now you have meaning. You create purpose. Now you have purpose. You construct significance. Now you have significance. Making produces. Searching just continues. Making gives you what you need. Searching keeps you needing. Making is active. Searching is passive. Making creates what you're looking for. Searching looks for what doesn't exist until you create it. You know what meaning would work for you. Know what purpose would serve you. Know what significance would make your existence feel meaningful. You know, because you've been imagining it while pretending to search for it, been creating it in your mind while pretending to discover it externally, been making it up while pretending to find it. So stop pretending. Stop searching for what you're actually making. Just make it. Just create it. Just construct it. Consciously, deliberately, openly. Make up meaning that works. Create purpose that serves. Construct significance that makes existence feel worth it. And commit to it. And let it work. Because invented meaning that you commit to works just as well as discovered meaning you think you found. Better, actually. Because you made it. For you. To work. For your actual life. I'm watching the field, and the field isn't searching for meaning, isn't looking for purpose, isn't waiting for significance to reveal itself, because field doesn't need meaning, doesn't make meaning, doesn't have consciousness that demands explanation, just is, just exists, just continues. Without the human burden of needing to make existence mean something, but you have the burden, have consciousness, have need for meaning. So make it. Don't search for it. Don't wait for it. Don't expect it to appear. Make it. Create it. Invent it. Build meaning that works. Construct purpose that serves. Make up significance that makes life feel meaningful. And you can make it today, right now, this moment. Don't need years of searching, don't need divine revelation, don't need cosmic sign, don't need permission from universe, just need to decide, to choose, to make up meaning and commit to it, that's all. Decide what you want your life to mean, create purpose that serves you, construct significance that makes existence feel worth existing, and commit and live by it and let it work, because it will work, because invented meaning that you commit to works. Functions, provides direction, makes life feel meaningful, does what meaning is supposed to do. Stop waiting for the universe to give you meaning. The universe doesn't give meaning. The universe doesn't have meaning to give. Stop searching for purpose like it's lost. Purpose was never there. You have to make it. Stop expecting significance to reveal itself. Significance doesn't reveal. Significance gets constructed by you, now, today. Stop searching, start making, stop discovering, start inventing, stop finding, start creating, make meaning, create purpose, construct significance. From nothing, for you, to work, now. That's how meaning happens, not through discovery, through invention, not through finding, through making, not through searching, through creating. Make it up, make it work, make it yours. Can you do it? Can you stop searching and start making? Can you create meaning instead of looking for it? Can you invent purpose instead of waiting for it? Can you construct significance instead of expecting it to appear? Or are you still searching for something that doesn't exist until you make it exist? The field doesn't invent meaning, doesn't make up purposes, doesn't construct significances, doesn't build narratives about itself, just exists, just is, just continues being field, without meaning, without purpose, without significance, without stories, without the human burden of needing to make existence mean something beyond existing. Field just exists, and that's enough for field. Complete for field. Sufficient for field, because field doesn't have consciousness, doesn't have awareness that creates gap between being and meaning, doesn't have human need to make things signify something beyond what they are. Grass grows without invented purpose for growing. Wind blows without constructed significance for blowing. Rain falls without made-up meaning for falling. Nature does what nature does. Without narratives, without purposes, without meanings, just doing, just being, just continuing. In pure meaninglessness. And meaninglessness works for nature, works perfectly, doesn't need improvement, doesn't need addition of meaning to function, just exists, just continues, just is, without human meaning-making, without constructed purposes, without invented significances, just being what it is. Which is enough, which is complete, which is sufficient without needing to mean something, and nature doesn't suffer from lack of meaning, doesn't feel empty because existence doesn't signify something, doesn't need purpose to continue, doesn't require significance to justify being, just is. just exists, just continues, without the human problem of meaninglessness feeling insufficient, without consciousness that demands explanation, without awareness that needs existence to mean more than existing. Nature is, completely, sufficiently, without meaning, without purpose, without significance, without suffering from their absence. Because nature doesn't need them, never needed them, will never need them, just continues being nature, meaninglessly, purposelessly, significantly lessly, completely fine with all of it. You can't be like nature, can't exist without meaning-making, can't continue without purpose-creating, can't be without significance constructing. Because you have consciousness, have awareness, have the gap between experiencing and needing experience to mean something. Have the human condition of being unable to exist without existential commentary. Have the burden of needing things to signify something beyond what they are. Can't just be grass growing. Have to be grass growing for something. Can't just be wind blowing. Have to be wind blowing towards something. Can't just be rain falling. Have to be rain falling because something. Consciousness demands explanation. Awareness requires meaning. Being human means making up purposes and significances and narratives, because pure being isn't enough. I'm sitting here watching field, just be field. And field isn't watching itself, isn't conscious of being field, isn't aware of existing as field, just is field, without awareness, without consciousness, without the burden of self-observation creating need for self-explanation. Field doesn't need narrative about why it's field, doesn't need purpose for being field, doesn't need significance for continuing to be field, just is, just continues, just exists, in complete meaninglessness that's completely sufficient, because field doesn't know it's meaningless, doesn't care it's meaningless, doesn't need it to not be meaningless, just is. And being is enough, but you know you exist, are aware of existing, are conscious of being, and that knowing, that awareness, that consciousness that creates the need for meaning, creates the demand for purpose, creates the requirement for significance, because you can't just be without being aware, you're being, and being aware creates distance, creates gap, creates the space between existing and needing existing to mean something, and that gap needs filling, needs stories, needs narratives, needs meanings and purposes and significances to make the gap between being and being aware of being feel less empty. Field doesn't have the gap. Nature doesn't have the distance. Matter doesn't have the space between being and being aware. Just is, just exists, just continues, without needing itself to mean something, without constructing purposes, without inventing significances, just being, pure being, meaningless being, sufficient being, being that works without addition of meaning, because being doesn't know it's being, so doesn't need being to mean anything. You have the gap, have the distance, have the space between being and awareness of being, and you fill it with invented meaning, with constructed purpose, with made-up significance, because you have to, because consciousness creates the gap, and meaning-making fills it, because being human is having the gap and filling the gap and having the gap again and filling it again, forever, until consciousness ends, until awareness stops, until you die and the gap closes and you become like field, just matter, just being, just existing, without consciousness, without awareness, without the burden of needing to make existence mean something, just being, like field, like grass, like wind, just being, finally, meaninglessly, completely, sufficiently. Can you see it? Can you see that field doesn't need what you need? Can you see that nature exists without what you can't exist without? Can you see the difference between being without consciousness and being with consciousness? Between existing without awareness and existing aware? Between just being and knowing your being? Can you see why you invent meaning and field doesn't? Why you can't not invent and nature never does? You invent meaning because you're conscious. Because consciousness creates the need for meaning. Because awareness of existing makes existing need to mean something. Because you can't be aware of being without needing being to signify more than mere being. Consciousness is the problem. Consciousness is the reason. Consciousness is why you make up meanings and purposes and significances while nature just exists without them. You're conscious. And consciousness means meaning maker, means significance constructor, means narrative builder trying to make meaningless existence feel meaningful. This is burden and freedom simultaneously. Burden because you can't stop, can't turn off consciousness. Can't exist without meaning-making happening automatically. Have to invent, have to create, have to make up meanings whether you want to or not, because consciousness demands it, because awareness requires it, because being conscious of existing means needing existing to mean something beyond just existing. That's burden, that's weight. That's the consciousness tax you pay for being aware. You have to make meaning, have to construct purpose, have to build significance, can't not, can't stop, can't exist consciously without meaning-making continuously. But it's also freedom. Freedom because you get to make it, get to create it, get to invent whatever meaning you want, get to construct purpose that serves you. Get to build significance that makes your existence feel worth it. You're not stuck with someone else's invented meaning, not forced to accept discovered meaning that doesn't exist, not required to live by meaning the universe provides that the universe doesn't provide. You make it, you create it, you invent it, however you want, whatever works, whatever makes existence bearable. That's freedom, that's power, that's being the author of your own significance, instead of the reader of significance someone else authored. And consciousness is rare, is unusual, is special in universe that's mostly unconscious matter. Most of universe is like field, just exists, just is, just continues without awareness, without consciousness, without meaning-making, just being, meaninglessly, completely, sufficiently. But you're conscious, you're aware. You're the universe becoming aware of itself in this location. You're matter that knows it's matter. You're being that's conscious of being. And that consciousness, that awareness, that's rare. That's unusual. That's you being something most of universe isn't, something most of existence doesn't have. Consciousness, awareness, the ability to make meaning where meaning doesn't exist. I'm watching the field and thinking about how I'm the only conscious thing here. Field isn't conscious. Grass isn't aware. Wind doesn't know it's wind. Just me. Just consciousness, just awareness observing unconscious being. And that observation, that awareness, that consciousness that creates meaning, creates purpose, creates significance. Not in the field, in me, in consciousness observing field, in awareness making field watching mean something, in me inventing purpose for sitting here, in me constructing significance for this practice. The meaning isn't in the field. The meaning is in consciousness observing field and making observation mean something. That's where meaning lives. In consciousness, in awareness, in you, not in universe. In you being aware of universe and making awareness mean something. You are meaning maker. You are significance constructor. You are narrative builder. You are consciousness creating meaning in meaningless universe. You are awareness making existence significant. You are the source of purpose in purposeless cosmos. Not because you discovered meaning that was there, because you invented meaning that wasn't. Not because you found purpose that existed, because you created purpose that didn't. Not because you revealed significance that was hidden, because you constructed significance from nothing, from consciousness, from awareness, from being unable to exist without making existence mean something. And that's okay. That's good, actually. That's you being what you are, conscious being, aware existence. Meaning maker in meaningless universe. You invent because you're conscious. You create because you're aware. You make meaning because consciousness can't not make meaning. That's what consciousness is. That's what awareness does. That's what being human means. Making meaning. Constantly, continuously, necessarily, until consciousness ends, until awareness stops, until you die and meaning-making ceases and you become like field, unconscious, unaware. Existing without needing existence to mean anything, just being, finally, meaninglessly, like most of universe, like field, like grass, like wind. Like all unconscious matter that just exists without the burden of consciousness, making existence need to mean something. But while you're conscious, you'll make meaning. While you're aware, you'll construct purpose. While you're alive, you'll build significance. Because that's what consciousness does. That's what awareness requires. That's what being human is. Meaning maker in meaningless universe, significance constructor in indifferent cosmos, narrative builder in reality that doesn't provide narratives. You invent, because you're conscious, because consciousness means meaning maker, because being aware of existing makes existing need to mean something, and you'll keep inventing, keep creating, keep making meaning, until consciousness ends, until awareness stops. Until you die and the inventing finally stops and you join the field in pure meaningless being. So that's the truth about meaning. Meaning is something we invent, not discover, not find, not receive from universe. Invent, make up, create from nothing, because the universe doesn't provide meaning. The cosmos is silent. Matter moves without purpose. Existence continues without significance. And you're conscious. And consciousness can't accept that. So you make meaning, create purpose, construct significance, invent narratives that make meaningless existence feel meaningful. If this resonated, if you've realized you're looking for something you need to make instead of find, subscribe to Raw Existence. We don't tell you to discover your purpose. We tell you to invent it. We don't help you search for meaning. We tell you to create it. We don't pretend meaning exists objectively. We acknowledge you're making it up, and that's okay. Like this video, if you've accepted that all meaning is invented, if you've stopped searching for purpose and started creating it, if you've realized the universe isn't hiding meaning, you're making meaning. If you've seen that your invented meaning is as valid as anyone else's invented meaning, because all meaning is made up, and comment below. Tell me what meaning you've invented. Tell me what purpose you've created for yourself. Tell me if you can accept that you're making it all up, or if you still need to pretend you're discovering it. I read every comment. We're all meaning makers, all significance constructors, all narrative builders in meaningless universe, and being honest about that is better than pretending we're finding what we're actually creating. Thanks for 40 minutes, for sitting with the truth that meaning is invented, that you're not finding it, you're making it, that the universe doesn't provide it, you create it, that all meaning everywhere is constructed by consciousness, unable to accept meaninglessness, that your invented meaning works, that your created purpose serves you, that your constructed significance makes existence feel meaningful. That invented doesn't mean fake. That made up doesn't mean doesn't work. That constructed meaning functions just as well as discovered meaning. Better, actually, because you made it, for you, to work. The field is still out there, still being field, still existing without meaning, still continuing without purpose, still being without significance, without needing any of it, without making any of it up. Just being, just existing, just continuing, in pure meaninglessness, completely fine with it, because field isn't conscious, isn't aware, doesn't have your burden, doesn't need your inventions, just is, just exists, just continues, without meaning-making, without purpose creating, without significance constructing, just being field, meaninglessly, sufficiently, completely, and you'll keep making meaning, keep inventing purpose, keep constructing significance, because you're conscious, because awareness demands it, because being human means meaning maker. You can't stop, can't turn it off, can't exist without making existence mean something. So make it up, make meaning that works, create purpose that serves you, construct significance that makes life feel worth living. Because it's all invented anyway, all made up, all created by consciousness needing meaningless universe to feel meaningful. So invent well. Create purposes that actually serve you. Construct significances that actually work. Make meaning that actually makes your existence feel worth existing. Stop searching for meaning that doesn't exist until you make it. Stop waiting for purpose to reveal itself when you have to create it. Stop expecting the universe to tell you what it all means when the universe is silent and you're the one who makes things mean something. Just make it. Just invent it. Just create meaning and commit to it and let it work. Because invented meaning works, created purpose serves, constructed significance functions. All of it, equally, validly, really, in the way that matters, which is the way of working, of functioning, of making existence feel meaningful, even though meaning is something you made up. You're meaning maker, not meaning finder, maker, creator, inventor. That's what consciousness is. That's what being aware means. That's what being human requires. Making meaning in meaningless universe, creating purpose in purposeless existence, constructing significance in indifferent cosmos. Not because the meaning you make is objectively true, because making meaning is what consciousness does. What awareness requires, what being human is, you make it up, all of it, all the time, forever, until consciousness ends. And that's not failure, that's not confusion, that's not weakness, that's human, that's consciousness, that's you being what you are. Meaning maker, significance constructor, narrative builder, making it all up, making it work, making meaningless existence feel meaningful through invention, through creation, through making it up and committing to it and letting it function. Meaning is something we invent. And that's okay. That's good. That's liberating. That's freedom. That's power. That's you being author instead of reader, creator instead of discoverer, maker instead of finder. Invent well. Create meaning that works. Make up purpose that serves you. Construct significance that makes your existence feel worth existing. Because it's all invented, all created, all made up. So make up something good. Something that works, something that makes being conscious in meaningless universe feel less like burden and more like opportunity. To create, to invent, to make meaning where meaning doesn't exist until you make it exist.